Hello and welcome to the Energy Transition Talks. I'm Sushil Purohit of Wärtsilä Energy. Joining me today is Mr. Aziz Khan, founder and chairman of Summit Group, one of the largest conglomerate in Bangladesh. Summit Group owns 2 gigawatt of installed base to produce electricity in Bangladesh. Welcome, Aziz. Wärtsilä and Summit Group have a long and fruitful history together. How would you sum up our journey together from its beginnings to the present? And what are the impressions that have stayed with you during that time?
Well, it has been a great journey, Sushil, you know it. First of all, it has been a journey of taking care. We have taken care of the electricity challenges of Bangladesh, and we have taken care of each other's company. They're learning from each other. They're learning from Wärtsilä about electricity, about generation, about transmission, distribution across the board. Has been a great learning. But the best part of the journey is the creation and the taking care of the 2 companies, its people, as well as the creation of these amazing friendships that I have grown with personalities, such good personalities, including your good self. So I'm a very happy customer of yours.
Well, thank you. I think the feeling is mutual. We have had a tremendously great relationship together. Now, I have some questions for you, Aziz, today. How do you see the energy transition proceeding in Bangladesh today? And how do you think the country will decarbonize without a large base of renewables?
We have to keep matters into context. Bangladesh is one of the most vulnerable countries to negative climate change. Bangladesh is also the densest country in the world, the largest delta of the world. Therefore, it has very little irradiation. It has very little wind, and it has no mountains. Keeping these in view, we have to take on this challenge of decarbonizing and moving to carbon zero. Towards that, Bangladesh government has taken major steps of not having any more coal-based power plants. So therefore, coal would only be about 10-15% of the Bangladesh's needs. We are moving to green energy. We are thinking of how to do cross-border so that green energy can come into Bangladesh, green electricity can come into Bangladesh.
How do you envision the existing power plant in Bangladesh to become more sustainable? I'm more curious about the role of liquefied natural gas, as we call LNG.
Fortunately, the technology has been very well adopted in Bangladesh because we have our own gas fields. Summit is working towards this natural gas solution in a huge way. We are creating infrastructures for storage. Currently, we have 3.5 million tons, 500 mmcf storage in an FSRU. So I see LNG, natural gas, as the solution in the immediate future, and in the long term, of course, as I mentioned, that how to cooperate between the countries.
A power system based on coal and gas turbine will obviously encounter stability issues. What do you think will be the role of flexible engine-based balancing power plant and energy storage systems in the power system in the future?
This is a huge challenge for Bangladesh and perhaps also technology companies like Wärtsilä, because Bangladesh has a huge difference between base load and peak load. It's almost 100% more. So if you have 10,000 megawatts of base load, so it moves to 20,000 megawatts during the peak period of 6 p.m. to midnight. Currently, this is being taken care of by engines, mostly operated by heavy fuel oil. We have to convert this into natural gas-fired engines. And we have to make sure that this natural gas is having more greener and greener as we can.
Now, I would like to ask you your own personal perspective What are you most excited about when we are getting into this transition? And what are the opportunities that you think you can capitalize on?
Well, I'm most excited about the way the world has accepted that we are spoiling the world. The environmental aspiration of the whole world is what excites me. If people start thinking about the problem which they have, a solution will be achieved. The second one is the Internet of Things, digital world, the marriage of these two thoughts of how to make the world a better place to live, and the technology that has come up in the world, how to bring them about together.
As a concluding question, what do you think our viewers should be watching out for in Bangladesh?
An amazing Bangladesh. I do believe that Bangladesh is becoming a centrifugal. As I mentioned, that this has now become the wealthiest per capita country in the subcontinent. Besides that, it has shown itself how not only the physical infrastructure, but the social infrastructure, education, women's rights, and other things. We have amazed the world by continuing to progress, even during this pandemic, at 5% GDP growth. And I think once this pandemic is over, we would see an explosive growth all around the world, and Bangladesh would move into double-digit development. And at the same time, this development would be backed by energies which are more green to greener, and finally to zero emission. I think you would see that in Bangladesh.
Thank you so much, Aziz. And thank you for this fascinating information that you shared with us.
Thank you, Sushil. Very nice seeing you.
That was Aziz Khan, founder and chairman of Summit Group. Thank you for listening today. We look forward to seeing you next time in our next episode.